In Critical Strike, the Wind Dancer is generally regarded as an annoying and overpowered class. Well, in today's video, we're going to find out if this is true. Let's get right into it. Hello, and welcome. If you've been playing Critical Strike for a while, then you've probably run into a Wind Dancer or two. And I can almost guarantee that all of your encounters sucked. It's not even the fact that Wind Dancer is really broken, even though it kinda is. It's mostly just an annoying class. Of course, any class that's annoying usually is actually pretty good. But to find out how good the Wind Dancer actually is, let's begin with a quick and dirty class overview. Starting with the LMB. Now, to be honest, Wind Dancer's LMB is pretty garbage, since it only does 10 damage, and it has a pretty small hitbox. However, it is one of the faster LMBs in Critical Strike, at least in terms of cooldown, which means that it's technically able to do more damage per second than some other class LMBs. Moving on to the Q move, which is called Wailing Winds. For this move, Wind Dancer casts out 3 small tornadoes that each do 8 damage. If all 3 tornadoes hit, then your opponent will take 24 damage. After the tornadoes reach a certain distance, they come back to you, each able to do 8 more damage. Additionally, each tornado has a teeny tiny bit of vertical knockback, and while their tornadoes are cast, the Wind Dancer has increased movement speed and increased jump height. Honestly, this move is pretty good. But because it has a delay and a fairly short range, it does lose out on some possible damage. And so next, let's take a look at Wind Dancer's E-move called Cyclone Spin. This move is actually pretty good, since if your opponent dares to get close, they actually get punished with 10 damage, but also get a bit of vertical knockback, as well as having the staggered effect applied to them, which means that the next time your opponent takes damage, they will get stunned for a very short amount of time. Cyclone Spin is also excellent for avoiding moves or stalling in the air. And now for the move that gives Wind Dancer its street name of Wind Cancer, Hurricane Dance. This move spawns a gargantuan tornado that deals 10 damage, and applies quite a bit of vertical knockback. The reason this move is so annoying is that it can be chained with Wind Dancer's E move and apply Stun. After the E, press Q and your opponent gets launched into the air and stunned, so that when they fall, it's in a pretty predictable spot, so that you can then cast Wailing Winds and deal some additional damage for a total of up to around 36 damage with this combo. So now that we've gone over all of Wind Dancer's moves, let's determine whether or not it's actually overpowered and annoying. And right off the bat, Wind Dancer is definitely annoying. Tons of vertical knockback, plenty of stun opportunity, and punishing close-range performance instantly make Wind Dancer quite annoying and fairly powerful. But does this mean that Wind Dancer is actually overpowered? Well, no, not really. Because, yes, while Wind Dancer does do a good bit of damage along with some stun and vertical knockback, the basic abilities are just too weak to properly fight a good majority of opponents in Critical Strike. For example, if Wind Dancer is fighting a Samurai, the Wind Dancer's low health and fairly high cooldowns, along with a bad LMB, leave it quite vulnerable to Samurai's higher health, bigger area damage, and faster cooldowns. Additionally, Wind Dancer has a pretty low skill ceiling. The only skill that really needs to be mastered is stunning your opponents as much as possible to take advantage of Wind Dancer's otherwise underpowered kit. So, overall, the Wind Dancer does pretty good damage, has some stun opportunity, and is just, in general, annoying to fight against. I wouldn't exactly call it overpowered, but it is definitely a class that's better than others. Anyways, I do think that is all for this look at Wind Dancer. Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to watch more content like this, then please do subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Don't forget to use code Shotis at ReddragonShop.com for 5% off your next order of awesome gaming gear. Have a terrific day. Bye-bye.